Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's morning for me, but anyways, I'm gonna start cooking right now because today it's gonna be super hot and I really want to make sure that I get everything done before like the hottest part of the day comes in. So today I'm gonna make some fajitas, shrimp fajitas. You guys can make like your own types of fajitas, like you can do like chicken, beef, shrimp, or you can do all three meats. But just for today, I'm gonna do shrimp because that sounded pretty good to me. You can do whatever veggies you'd like. You can do whatever variation of fajitas you want to do. I have here. These are 1.5 pounds of just shrimp. They're just with the shell and everything. They don't have they're not peeled. They're whole. And then I also have a big green bell pepper. You can use like red, yellow, orange, whatever you want to use. These ones were just on sale, so I got these. These were like 98 cents. I also have some tomatoes. It's not really traditional to put tomatoes in fajitas, but I really like the flavor of tomatoes. I love tomatoes, and then the tomatoes kind of just give it an extra like. So they're not dry, so that kind of helps with that. And then I have 2 chiles serranos. If you guys don't like spicy, just take out the shells or just don't use them at all. But we like spicy, so I'm gonna put seeds and everything. Maybe I'll put 3, I don't know, we'll see. And then I'm also gonna make some rice and beans, so I will teach you guys how I make my rice. My beans are just on the water, they're cooking already, and then I'm just gonna fry them up and just mash them. I'm gonna have some coffee real quick because I am in need of some caffeine in my brain, and I will show you guys once I start preparing everything else. Have some just shrimp, and they still have the shell on, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to open them up. They are juicy, and I'm gonna put them on here. I'll probably save this bag just to put the shells in there. So all you want to do right here is you want to get your shrimp and you want to peel it, but you want to leave the tail on. Just leave the tail. So all you want to keep, so as you can see, these shrimp are already deveined, so you don't have to take out that the vein that they have there, and just leave this tail on. Just leave this nice tail on, because the tails, they have another flavor that they add to the shrimp, and then you can just make a little cut like that, so whenever you cook them, they're gonna look like butterflies. But it's just a presentation thing. So yeah, just leave the tails on and make sure that the vein is taken out. So you can see this vein here, make sure that's out, because that's poop. That's shrimp poop. What the hell's on my hand? And just make a slit right here, and that's it. So I'm gonna do that for all these shrimp, and I will start cooking them. Okay, so for the fajitas, all you're gonna do is you're gonna get a pan, and you're gonna put your heat on high. You're gonna add some oil in there, and over here I have some garlic that I minced up. Here are my shrimp that are already peeled, and I just left the shells on. And then over here I have some tomatoes, my bell peppers, my jalapenos are under there, and I have some onion. So now while my oil is heating, I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic in there. So with garlic you have to be really careful because it can burn really easily with the oil and the heat. So you want to start off cooking it nicely, just like this, and make sure the oil is hot. So once it starts boiling or frying up like that, you're gonna go ahead and add your shrimp. So you're gonna cook your shrimp in the garlic and oil. Remember, this needs to be on really high heat so it cooks. So then all we're gonna add into here is I have some salt. So we're gonna add some salt. Some pepper. Cayenne. Careful with the cayenne, it's spicy. I just like to use it for color. And a little bit of oregano. Just a tiny bit, not too much, because it is pretty powerful. And so then this, we're just gonna keep stirring it. So these shrimp are pretty cooked all the way. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take them off the heat, and I'm gonna put them in a plate over here.
I'm gonna put them on the side, making a mess. That's okay. So now that we've taken all of this out,
We're gonna see how there's not that much oil left on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add just a little bit of oil, because what we want to do now is we want to. Oh, that's too much oil. But we'll take some out. Well, actually, that's enough oil. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna start frying up all of the rest of the veggies. So
first, I have some onion. We're gonna throw that in there. We're gonna throw in our onion and our little spicy chili. I think the tomato flew in there, but that's okay. So we're gonna keep frying that. We'll take this piece of that. We're gonna cook our onions. Now we're gonna add our bell peppers. Now the reason I'm cooking these two separately is because we want our veggies to cook on their own, and we want them to be crispy. We don't want them to be soggy. So right here, we're just gonna toss this up. Just like that. Then if you look in, you can see how the onions are browning nicely. You can see how the onions here are browning. We're gonna keep tossing that. I'm gonna turn on my fan because it's producing a nice amount of smoke. So we're gonna keep tossing them like that. You can really smell how those onions and peppers are cooking up, and you can smell the charness because I'm getting the fire nice and close on here. So you see how these onions are nice and cooked? Now we want to go ahead and add our tomatoes.
the tomatoes are gonna bring a watery element to it, so you don't want to cook them for that long. But I'm just gonna keep tossing them. And notice how we haven't salted our veggies yet, so we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. So it's gonna be a very simple seasoning, just salt, and pepper. Salt and pepper, super easy. And we're just gonna stir that in. You can see how our veggies are cooking nicely. There's not too much oil at the bottom of the pan. It's all it is just like that nice tomato juice that's coming out of it. So we're gonna keep tossing that. And I want you guys to look how these onions are like super getting like nice and caramelized. They're getting nice color. The peppers could use just a little bit more color, so we're gonna keep tossing that until everything gets a nice amount of color on it. Okay, so now my veggies are nice and cooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my shrimp that I've already made and just throw them in there. So now we're just gonna combine all of this. This is a disclaimer because these are not like the restaurant kind because I don't have a flat grill like they do. So it's a pan, so all the liquids from all the veggies are gonna sit here. So it's gonna create like a sauce. I have a griddle, but it's like 1,000 degrees outside and I'm not about to go cook out there. So I could make them like that, but these are like the inside pan version. So I'm just gonna cook that. And that's it. I'm gonna try one of these. Okay. The shrimp, they're super plump. They're not rubbery, they're not chewy. They're just cooked perfect. And they have all of the flavor from all of the veggies. They're a little bit spicy from the chilies. The onion also gives it a really good flavor, and that garlic that we threw in there. So these are ready to serve. So let's just wait for the rice to be ready and we can eat. Okay, so for the rice, it's super easy. So all you're gonna have, these are, well, actually, yeah. These are the only things you're gonna need to make your rice. Very simple, very easy. All I do is, so you have 2 tomatoes here. Depending on how much rice you're gonna make, I'm gonna make rice for about 4 people and leftovers. So here I have a measuring cup, and as you can see, it has all of the measurements. So 2 cups, 1 1/2, 1 cup and 1/2. So all I do here is, because whenever you cook rice, you have to have the same ratio rice to liquid. So all you're gonna do is just put, I'm gonna do 1 1/2 cups of rice. That's all I'm gonna do. So, and I'm using jasmine rice for this. You can use any type of rice, doesn't matter. I personally like the other one better. But, so, if I tilt it over, it's gonna spill. But I have it to the 1 1/2. So now that you have 1 1/2 cups of rice, that's how much liquid plus a little bit more you're gonna add to it. I usually always add a little bit more whenever the water dries out at the bottom of the pan, especially when it's not fully cooked. You wanna add a little bit of water, like literally 2 or 3 tablespoons, or 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, just until when you move the pan, there's water on the bottom and it's not sticking. So do not wash your rice. That's it. So then for your tomatoes, for this, I'm only gonna use probably just 1 1/2. 1 1/2 of a tomato, because it's gonna be too much, especially since I like it really tomatoey. Onion, this is how much onion, probably about half. No, this is good. So probably about, this is my hand. I don't have anything to compare it with, but very small. This is a tomato, maybe half the size of a tomato. I don't know, you don't need a lot of onion because then it's gonna come out kind of bitter. Then here I have some consommé or nor, whatever you guys wanna call it. This is gonna be your flavor to it. If you have chicken broth, you can use chicken broth instead of this. I highly recommend it, but I don't have chicken broth, so I'm gonna use this. And then just salt. Very simple, very easy. So for the rice, all you're gonna do is you're gonna toast it in some oil, and I will show you guys how I do that. The rice, I put some oil in it, and all you're gonna do is just fry it like that. Fry it with a little bit of oil. I'm gonna put this on medium heat because it's starting to smoke. And then I'm just gonna keep frying it until it turns golden. So I'll come back, I'll show you guys what's done. So here we're gonna blend our tomato. So I have the half of the tomato that I told you guys, and then 1 whole tomato. So if you guys remembered, we had 1 1/2 cup of rice. So here's my onion that I'm gonna throw in there, and then I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna add 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water. And then I will add my consomme in here. So measuring spoon, that much, probably a little bit more. Probably like that. Should be enough. Put the top on and blend. That's it. That's what it looks like. So remember, we had 1 cup of liquid already. So we're gonna take this out of the way. We're gonna have this here. We're gonna add that right there. That's already 2 cups of liquid now because we blended the tomatoes. So this should be enough for that rice that I have, but in case we need more, I will add more. So let me show you guys how I'm frying the rice. So right now I want to taste it for salt because I forgot to say that you need to salt this. Even though we put the chicken seasoning, you kind of just want to taste the sauce a little bit and see what that tastes like. So for me it's perfect, but I guess I could add just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit, not too much. And so then you're just gonna stir that in there. Now we're gonna let it steam. Put the lid on, put the heat on about 2 or 3, and then that's it. It's been about 10 minutes since I've started, well, about 15, since I've been cooking the rice. So you want to see how it's nice and even on all sides, but you want to open it up in the middle, and you want to see how here there's like no water whatsoever. But like when I look at it, the rice looks like it's already cooked, like it has enough water. And it doesn't need any more. So this rice actually came out perfect. See how fluffy it is? And all that steam that comes out of it. Okay, so let me taste it and make sure that it doesn't need any more water. Okay, so it's a little bit hard, but I think it has enough water, and if I just leave it sitting there, it should be fine. So our rice is ready, and just let it sit there for a little bit, and it should cook with the rest of the steam that's in there. This is the final product of the rice. It came out super fluffy, super good. Okay, and then here are the fajitas. Fajitas are also ready. And
Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you want more videos, I can certainly make some more. Let me know what you guys think. If you make this, make sure to send me pictures and all that good stuff. I hope you guys try it out, enjoy it. Try to cook something of your own. Cooking is so much fun. This is my first video, so thank you guys if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have made this video. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.